I'll never forget this particular mission that I was out on. My attack helicopter division had been out for a little over an hour, and we were taking out one particular building that was known to have munitions in it. Missiles, rockets, landmines, mortars, bombs. I mean, anything and everything the enemy could use to create IEDs. We all know the toll that these devices have on our troops. TBI, traumatic brain injury, losing an arm or leg, coming home as an amputee, to unfortunately lost a life. All my brothers and sisters didn't come home. So needless to say, we were vigorously working to take out this target when we got a call from one of our ground controllers, Viper. We have Marines and soldiers pinned down, and they need your help. Now, in that moment, if you could have felt the acid bomb explode in my stomach, because we had been out for a little over an hour, which meant we only had 20 minutes of fuel left. And on top of low fuel, because we'd so vigorously been working to take out this target, we only had one missile. That one missile was still on the aircraft because we hoped we didn't ever have to use it. It was known to be unreliable in close proximity to our troops. This is what I call a gutsy move. In your gut, you know it's right, it takes guts to do it, but you gotta take action. That was that moment for us, where we had to assess, get in there, and take action. We head up to the north of the cemetery, check in on station. Next ground controller checks in with us. This guy even more desperate than the first. Viper. We're pinned down. We don't have any ammunition to shoot back with. We don't even have any green smoke to mark our position. Let me know when you can see the glint from my mirror. When you are down to signaling with a mirror the size of the palm of your hand, you're in trouble. As I scanned down into that cemetery looking for any sign of our friendly forces, I saw a small glint come back. Contact, I see you, Viper. Do you see that road in front of me running from east to west? Follow it to the west. You're gonna see another road that runs north and south. Follow it to the south. You're gonna see a building with a tower sticking out of it, with a blue dome at the top. Call when you're in contact that building. Follow the first road to the west. Saw the next road headed south. Couple buildings, couple towers, blue dome. Contact. Break right, I quickly yell out. Why? Because now small arms fire is trying to take us out of the sky. We broke off to the right. We flew out over the open desert. I turned that selector switch over to that very last missile remaining on our aircraft. We pop up over the ridge. I am now searching, scanning for our target. Target in sight. Aircraft pops up, looking down on the target, finger on the trigger, waiting to come in range, waiting for that magical phrase. You have permission to engage. We got our magical phrase. I pulled the trigger. Missile away, I called out. Nothing happened. Marines and soldiers on the ground, inevitably getting ready to go into hand-to-hand combat if we did not come through and that missile didn't come off the aircraft. We quickly communicated with each other in the cockpit, with the pilots that were covering us in the aircraft behind us. We reset a couple switches. I turned that selector switch over to that very last missile for one final try. I pulled that trigger one last time. Shoo! Missile comes off the rail, impacts the target. We pull off to the right. We head back to base. We land almost out of fuel, completely out of ammo. And I go to the officer of the day, the Marines and soldiers, what happened with the mission? He said, ma'am, the target was destroyed. The Marines and soldiers will be coming home tonight.